ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Today, we are living in a modern and ever changing society where we are unfortunately getting disconnected from our ancient Vedic past, which is the Sanatana Dharma, rituals and festivals associated with them. Sanatana means permanent in nature, and Dharma means code of conduct, which holds for all times for social harmony and integration. Religion and religious rituals were part and parcel of this dharma. It has become difficult to understand because several practices and traditions have been unfortunately lost in time. Many have mentioned about the antiquity of ancient India, but how far does it go? Technically, it has been there since the beginning of time. However, archaeologists from Oxford and other Indian universities have found evidences of artifacts of an ancient civilization in northwest India dating back to almost 7,000 years. When we see an object, it is natural for us to assume the presence of creator or God. As per Upanishads, God is existence, consciousness, and infinity. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Vedanta calls this entity Brahman, which means infinitely expanding, and creation is a temporary appearance in Maya. Since these concepts were difficult to understand by a common man, Puranas defined the cosmic forces in a figurative way: Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. The Vedas mean knowledge, and they are the oldest Sanskrit texts since the beginning of time, which contain poems, hymns, prayers, mantras, and religious instructions. There are four types of Vedas: Rig, Yajur, Sama, and Atharva Veda, and each is further divided into Aranyakas, Brahmanas, Samhitas, and Upanishads. Hindus regard three texts as the primary texts: Vedas, Brahma Sutras, and Bhagavad Gita, and two texts as secondary texts, which are Itihasas and Puranas. Itihasas contain the epics Ramayana and Mahabharata. As per our scriptures, the universe will pass through four yugs. As time progresses from stage to stage, human society will degrade and destruct at the end of Kali Yuga and start anew from Satyug. Currently, we are living in Kali Yuga. Learning was a sacred and important duty during the ancient times. India's earliest teachers were the gurus who taught in gurukuls and ashrams called forest universities. Aksharabhyasa or Vidyarambha is still an important Hindu ceremony, marking the initiation of young boys and girls into writing of alphabets, which is an ancient Vedic practice. Vedas were taught, which contained information about human nature and concept of interdependence of living beings. Over time, the system of learning became institutionalized for Indians and foreigners and gave birth to universities such as Nalanda, Takshashila, and others, which are still found in South India. Sanskrit was the main mode of communication in those days. Ancient Indians were deeply invested in gaining perspectives about the material and the moral, the physical and the spiritual, the perishable and the permanent, which led to important discoveries in science, mathematics, and applied medicine. Over time, the universities were laid to waste by external forces, and we lost more than 60% of our scriptures. Hinduism is a living ecosystem which is present since eternity and is evolving and adapting every generation. The Indian subcontinent had different practices and different paths. Different gods were worshipped according to the local practices. The most prominent gods were Shiva, Vishnu, Shakti, Surya, Ganesh, Murugan, just to mention a few. Adi Shankaracharya earned the title the establisher of six religions, Samata Sthapakacharya, as he decided to harmonize the existing religions and tell people that all the deities should be worshipped with equal regard through hymns and praises. Thus, Hinduism, as we see now, can be understood as a cluster of religious beliefs under the umbrella of Upanishadic thought. In Sanatan Dharma, Purushartha are the four goals of human life. The first three relate to worldly advancement. The last one is the highest goal, which is attained by the path of knowledge. The concept of dharma is central to Hinduism and is mentioned first, which is also the theme of Mahabharata. The four human goals are so designed that the human being is allowed to pursue his needs as per dharma, while being on the path of moksha. Thus, this is our ancient wisdom, education, and practices which needs to be revived today.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः